Hi guys, Peter Finch here, and I'm joined by Karl Morris for this Lost Art of Putting series. And in this video, we're going to be talking about what is more important, line or pace.
It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling.
Guys, remember to like the video and comment below line or pace for a chance to win a copy of the book, which has been kindly donated by Karl. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you do want to binge watch this series, click in the link in the description, which is the playlist of all these videos, or click the link here above. So let's have a little bit of a talk about pace and line, and out of those two things, which is actually most important. And certainly yourself and Gary, you've really done some pretty good research on this and actually shown which one is more important. And I think quite conclusively which one's more important as well.
Yeah, we don't say for 1 minute that line isn't important, but what we find, Pete, is that most people, most golfers that we see, are actually a lot better at line than they think, but a lot worse at pace. When, fundamentally, what are you trying to do to hole a putt? You're actually trying to get gravity to work. It's the only time in the game you really want gravity. The rest of the time you're trying to fight against it. So to get gravity to work and the ball to fall into the hole, well, what's the one thing that can overcome gravity on a green? Is momentum. But I really didn't realise just how much. I was brought up in the old school of never up, never in, and get the ball past the hole, and all of these kind of cliches. And you think about it, never up, never in. My view now is 3 foot past, never in either. How many putts that you've hit 3 foot past have ever gone in?
Yep.
Now, obviously, a putt that's short never goes in. But what we found is that there's something called the effective hole size. And basically, when you hit a putt, if you imagine 3 golf balls traveling towards the hole at the correct speed, dead weight speed, actually, you've a chance that all 3 of them could drop in. If you get the pace wrong, here's the statistic that blew me away. The research that's been done on this is that if you knock a putt with enough pace to go 3 foot past, how much does the size of the hole shrink? Well, actually, the size of the hole now is smaller than the golf ball.
Yeah.
So the point we're trying to make here is that if you get a little bit better at pace, you could actually be a little bit out on your line, and you still hold a bunch of putts.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I find stuff like this absolutely fascinating, because everyone that pretty much I know, and certainly who I've coached, when they're on the green, their focus is line.
Yeah.
That is their number one priority.
Focus.
Is to
And
get
we're not
the line.
dismissing line.
No.
We're not dismissing it. But how many times out on the golf course, you hit a putt and it goes 5 feet past on line, and your mate says, "Oh, you give it a chance." No, you didn't. You gave it no chance. And yet the same golfer, if he hits a putt that ends up just maybe 6 inches short low side or 6 inches short top side, and thinks it's a dreadful putt, it's actually a pretty good putt. If we can get putts starting to run within about a foot of the hole, we're really in business. And if you think about it from a club perspective, kind of medium to high handicap golfers, what's probably the quickest way to reduce your handicap would be to eliminate some 3 putts. What's the best way to eliminate 3 putts? Is get a bit better at pace.
Yeah. So what we're going to do now is have a little bit of a cutaway, and we're just going to have a look at how you can find the center of the putter a little bit better, which is going to help improve your overall distance control on your putting. But then we're also going to be having some drills to help improve pace as well. So if you want to control the pace of your putt better, it is important to do one thing above anything else, and that is find the center of the putter face. When you hit out the heel or when you hit out the toe, depending on the design of your putter, which we'll get into in a further video, the club face will twist, and this will take away energy from the actual shot. So if you hit it more out the center, you're going to be able to transfer that energy better and have a repeatable and consistent amount of pace. Now, a great drill that you can use, but oh my God, a very frustrating one, is if you put a little bit of blue tack just on the right of the putter and just on the left, either side of the sweet spot, and actually hit putts like that, If you can find the center point without hitting the blue tack and hit good putts, you're going to be well on your way to actually training the brain, training the body to find the center of the club. So we're going to be doing a couple of drills here. Now the first one is Bradshaws Balls, which is a drill that I've never heard of described in that manner before. And then we're going to be doing a one-arm bandit. So just explain about these two drills and why they work, Karl.
Yeah, when we started to put the information together for the book, I was actually over giving a seminar in Ireland, and a guy came up to me who we were talking about putting, and he was talking to me about the legendary Harry Bradshaw, who was renowned for being a tremendous putter. And apparently Harry Bradshaw, one of the drills, in fact I think he said it was the only drill he did, was that he would used to go onto the putting green with two balls. And what he would do, he would send the first ball out to a random distance, and then the job with the second ball is to get the second ball to actually nudge the first ball. Now a couple of things happen with that, Pete. What tends to happen with the first ball, when you send it out, because there's no hole involved, you actually really observe the behaviour of the ball.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic drill before you play, if nothing else, just to get the pace of the greens for the day. But let's give this a go, because if you get good at this, I promise you, your pace control will be transformed.
Okay.
If your pace control's transformed, guess what? The hole starts to say, come here.
Yeah, and I've got to be honest, I've never done this drill.
Give
I've
it a go.
never ever done this drill. So, grab one of these.
It's not as easy as you think. So let's.
Okay, that was a little
I wouldn't
pre-warning.
I wouldn't send the first one out too far.
Okay.
Or maybe sort of 10, 15 feet, something like that, as a ballpark.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
Now your job with the second one.
Just to get it
It's
rolling
just
into
to,
it.
but the idea is that you nudge the first ball, so it's with enough pace to actually nudge that first ball.
So this isn't knock the first ball off the green.
No,
This is just
nudge,
nudge into
not
it.
knock.
Nudge, not knock. I've underwritten it.
So there's still work to do. But what you find with this, as I say, if you hit another one for me, what I want you to do is just send this next one out, as I say, tougher drill than you think. But actually, as you send that first ball out a little bit further, just really observe the behaviour of the ball.
What it's doing.
Just
as it
what
rolls.
it's doing. How's the green affecting it? How's it reacting?
Okay. I was focused on what it was doing.
Okay, now just react to that. Okay. Tough drill.
Super tough drill.
Now, anytime a drill is really tough in practice, good news. Because one of my principles is that part of your practice, Pete, should be more difficult than the game.
Okay, I like that.
So what you'll find with this, at first, most people, even good players, really struggle with this at first. But after a while, you just start to tune in so much more. You watch the behaviour of the ball. Great putters are just very, very good understanding what a green does to a golf ball.
Okay.
But most people, when they go putting, they hit the ball, and because there's a hole involved, they're not watching the ball. They're not watching the behaviour of the ball. We go into judgment. Whereas with this drill, you start to see the behaviour of the ball, but that second ball then, you really start to pick up the feeling of pace, improving your pace control.
I like that. I really, really like that actually. Awesome. So the second drill we're going to be looking at is the one-arm bandit. One-arm hand drilled.
So it's an oldie, Pete, but it's a goodie.
It's a classic. It is a classic.
You know, Tiger, I think pretty much at his very best, you would always see him before he went onto the golf course hitting some putts, single-handed, right-handed.
Yeah.
My belief is if you're going to get somebody who's a bowler, somebody who plays crown green bowling, they'll generally be good putters because they've obviously got a feel for pace and they understand how a green and a ball interact. So what I want you to do is just hit a bunch of putts before you play, just with right arm only, right hand only. And it's amazing how you really tune into the feel required.
You can actually feel the weight.
You can feel the weight of the putter.
Yeah, really well. Also look kind of nice and casual like this as well. It's like you're not really
It's
trying.
like you're not trying,
Yeah,
which is always
but
a good thing.
Trust me, I am trying here. And it's nice, you do feel the weight and you can kind of feel how much it moves around and the sensations.
I think from a technical perspective, you've gone on a good point there. You really start to become aware of the flow of the putter.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a great strike, that. Oh.
You know, again, from a technical perspective, a great coach, Mike Hebron, once said to me that in an ideal world, good putters operate with a rhythm of one. By that he meant that it was just 1, not 1, 2.
Yeah.
Most of us are trying to put something into
Yeah.
the putt.
Yeah, yeah.
And actually, whereas with this drill, as you just said, you tend to feel the swinging of the putter better, and you tend to employ gravity a lot more.
Love it. Love it. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed that, Carl. That was, again,
Really good, Pete, thank you.
absolutely fantastic. Hopefully you found those drills very, very useful, and it gives you a little bit more of an insight into what is more important as far as putting is concerned, line or pace. And guys, remember to like the video and comment below line or pace for a chance to win a copy of the book. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow me and Carl on our social media, which is all linked in the description below. And if you do want to binge watch this series, there is that playlist link here and the playlist link here, so you can go watch it all at the same time. Thank you, Stockport, for having us down. It's a beautiful day here. The course is in great condition, as are the greens, which is useful. And we will see you down here next time.